Do you want to find the perfect sensitivity for you, or just have really consistent aim on the daily? Well, I'll be helping you guys in this video, so stick around. And I'll also be showing you all of my settings that I use in-game, including my sensitivity. Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be showing you how to find your perfect sensitivity and settings in Rainbow Six Siege. So I play on console, obviously. If you've watched my videos before, you'd know this. I am a controller player, not a Zimmer. So yeah, just keep that in mind. These are going to be for controller settings only, pretty much. I mean, I guess they would apply if you're trying to find your mouse sensitivity too, but mainly for controller tips. For sure would work on PC too, though. So I'm going to go over here on Night Haven Labs. You can do this in the new AI mode too, I believe. I'm recording this the day before the new season, so that's why I'm still on the training grounds. It sucks that it's getting removed after all these years. This is the first mode I actually played in the game. This is what got me into Siege to start with. The training grounds, or terrorist hunt. Back in the day when they had like the bombers and C4 rooms, barb rooms. Tell me in the comments if you guys remember that. But anyways, back to the point. Okay, before we get into that, I'm going to show you my settings, because I know that's why you're all here probably. So nothing really to see here. I do play with my cycle inside camera groups on, so I can quickly get to each set of cameras. If they were like val cams, echo, defaults, you know. I have this set to both. I don't know how it really affects anything. I've tried, but I can't tell. Drone after prep, semi-automatic. At least make sure it's that and not automatic, because then they will remove you every single time off your drone. Semi-automatic removes you off your teammate's drone still, which I don't really have a problem with. It's not like I'm driving them around anyway, so who really cares? That's pretty much it there. I also turned my match replay off when I was on old gen, but since I'm on the next gen console now, it doesn't really matter, so I just have it on. Pretty much everything there. Oh, wrong button. I'm actually using a default controller right now for this, so I'm going to go over my default controller settings, because they are a little bit different than what I'd normally use. And then I'm going to go over my normal settings that I'd run on my Power A controller, which is broken at the moment. Literally both my triggers do not work, because they have trigger stop things on the inside, and they broke. So I can't ADS and I can't shoot my gun, so I have to use my default right now until I get another one. But that's besides the point. That is a very good controller, by the way. It has little buttons on the back, like paddles, and trigger stops, and the sticks are really good. Feels clean to use. Okay, wrong button again. I'm also using RB right now. That's what I use on my default controller to crouch. So RB to crouch, B throws my gadget, which is not ideal sometimes when you're using like smoke or something, you know, when you're throwing it. But it just has to be done, because I got to be able to crouch with that. I can't crouch with B. I don't play claw or anything, so impossible. But on my normal controller that I run, the Power A, like I said, I use the left paddle on the back. Okay, so here's my general settings. The only thing different is the health. I have that off, because I feel like when I have like 1 HP or something and I see that constantly at the bottom of my screen, and I just know that, I feel like I play way too passive. I mean, it's not always a bad thing, but I mean, I'm used to having it off now. I've had it off for years, so I'm not going to switch it now. You can just look at the top and see what your general health is and get an idea. For sound, I use night mode. I think night mode is the best because you can hear footsteps from farther away, but I have heard of people that use hi-fi and TV, so at the end of the day, it's just personal preference. I literally use Apple earpods for playing, like the corded ones. They cost like $15 or something. That's all I use for my sound in this game. Nothing fancy at all. So if you die to me, just know you're dying to someone using $15 earpods. Not AirPods, but the earpod ones from Apple. Subtitles off, master 100. Just normal stuff there. I feel like I did it again. I keep hitting the B button to go back, and I forgot that does that. So I keep pressing the wrong thing. Okay, on display, VSync is off because my monitor doesn't have 120 Hertz, but if it did, VSync should be on because it's way smoother. But I only have like a 75 Hertz monitor right now. I do plan on getting a higher one though, so I'll be turning that on at that point. Graphic mode should always be performance. You get better frames. On resolution, you only get 60. Performance, you get 120. FOV, you have to have at least like 75 or higher, I feel like. If you're below 75, you're kind of trolling because it's so slow and bad. I feel like 84 is kind of the perfect in between for blind people like me because it's very tough to see things on 90. Although 90 does feel really nice too. That would be my second preference, I think. Maybe like 87, somewhere in there. I just would never go below 80 personally. Brightness 65. 60 is good too. Just anything above like 50 or something, you know. I feel like 50 is not good, but it does depend on your monitor at the end of the day. These are set to 90. It doesn't really matter. I feel like it's easier to see the stuff on the screen that way though. Okay, controls. Make sure your gadget and drone deployment are set to advanced for like newer players here because you'll get stuck in the animation of putting your gadget down otherwise, and you do not want that in case they're like rushing or something. Drone deployment advanced, or if you try to like switch the spot. Okay, drone deployment advanced though, and that's so you can throw your drone out and you'll get stuck in the animation of going on. Really good for like baits and stuff. So just make sure those are on advanced. Practice settings literally just turns on aim assist for training grounds, or probably the new AI mode I'd imagine too. So don't turn that on because you don't get it in game. I use classic controller rotation because I played before they did the update and never switched. On vertical, I use very high sense. I have 55. I know that's very high compared to usual what people use, but I'd say anything between like 35 and 55 is good. I wouldn't go above this, but I am used to it now and it feels good. I feel like it helps recoil too. I don't have to pull down as much. It is harder to get a perfect spot, but I've gotten used to it, so I like it. I can flick better vertically now with that. And then horizontal 80, I feel like that's a good number to have. 100's good too, 90, 80, something like that. I wouldn't go below like 70 at this point though, probably. Okay, so on my default control right now, I have like no stick drift on this thing, so I use 5.3. I do have a little bit on the left, that's why it's 5 and not 3 also, but the right stick does feel really nice right now. I've only been playing with this for a few hours because it just happened today on my controller. And I've played a couple ranked games. I just had a 16K, that's all I'm going to say, so that video will be coming out within the next week for you guys. Also, anybody wondering, the new solo queue season is going to be delayed just a few days until I get my new controller too. I mean, I guess technically I could use this one, but I'd rather just wait a few days. I do have a lot of good games from my champion account recorded, so you'll be able to see those ones still, don't worry. Here's my ADS settings. I use 25, 29, 33, and I don't really use anything above 2x. I don't use anything like that, but these are my numbers in case you wanted them still. They do still work if I ever did use that stuff. But I feel like 25 is a good number for the 1x, 29 for that. I like going up in increments of 4, I guess. There you go, though. Obviously, I use hold aim. I don't know who doesn't. I use disabled on the advanced. I feel like it gives you less delay when it's disabled, but I'm still trying to like mess around. I have these on 20 and then disable, and it feels nice right now at least. I was having some trouble. My aim felt way off on this controller when I first had to use it again. The first couple of games were rough. I've only played a few games, but the first couple were really bad before the last one. But yeah, usually I'd have it on disabled with my actual controller, and I set these to 0, so that's what I'd normally do. I think on last gen, though, it helps to put everything to 0 and enable this. I don't know why that is, but I feel like there's less delay. Somebody told me that in the comments way back when I used old gen, so yeah, just a tip. And normally for my dead zones, I use 12.5 for my Power A controller. Those sticks are very sensitive, so I gotta have them a little higher. Maybe I'll try this with my new one, though, when it comes. We'll see. Okay, on accessibility, I use the black optic color. I feel like that's a little different, too. A lot of people use, like, the green. I've seen the white a lot, the red, default, yellow, stuff like that. I just like using black because I feel like it doesn't distract my eyes when I'm trying to aim at somebody because it's so dark. So that's why I like using that. I did used to use yellow for a while though too, which is the complete opposite of what I just said. I think it's personal preference. I really don't think it matters that much. I don't think there's like one scientific one that's better. I don't really believe in that, so I just use black. I don't care. You can use whatever though. It's fine with me. And then I use 100 for the optic because I just like seeing it. I don't feel like it gets in the way really. Unless I was using like the ACOG because that's a big one. Turn your screen shake intensity off too. That's very important. You never want that on. For team color, I use orange actually. A lot of people wonder why I use orange for mine and blue for the other, because blue is way easier to see on like claymores and stuff when you're trying to like do runouts or whatever. So I feel like it's easier to see the enemies that way. And I've gotten used to it now, so I just know when I see like a camera or something that's blue, shoot it. You do have to get used to it though if you're playing like blue on your team right now. It is a little strange at the start, but I don't feel like it matters too much. It's personal preference again. Everything in the settings and sense is personal preference at the end of the day. Like my sense probably isn't going to work for you. It could be good, but it might not be your perfect sensitivity. And that's exactly what I'm going to help you with now. Okay, so I'm back out here with the lines now like I was earlier when I was saying. So this is perfect for trying to find your perfect sense. You want to go 5 meters away. Hold this this middle one right here, this line, and try to flick to the left one and flick back like that. Just keep doing this. And if you keep like over flicking way over here or something, you know, like that, then you're going to want to lower your sensitivity from whatever you're using right now. And if you keep going like under like this, you like barely can get to it and you're like struggling really hard, like it's taking you a while, then you're going to want to raise your sensitivity for sure. That's why this is a really good test. So you can do that first one. If it's still working, you can keep using this sensitivity. Again, my sticks are a little off, so it does feel a little funny for me. But, I mean, you get a general idea of what I'm trying to tell you here. Then you want to try the other side too, of course. Your right could always feel different than your left. Like, I keep going under this one a little bit. So maybe my sense should be higher on this controller. I'll have to play around with that later. Also, if you were wondering, I'm using Control Freaks. The Galaxy ones, I believe they're called. I use the short one on the left stick, big one on the right stick. So that just gives you more control, like on the right stick here. Yeah, like my sensitivity, I'm just doing circles with my stick right now. It feels so strange. I'll definitely have to do something about that. Let's test recoil really quick. I mean, not terrible. It just took a second to get the control down on it. That's another good thing you can do to try to find a good sense with recoil. Just literally shoot at a wall and try to control it the best you can. Obviously that was a lot better there. I'm using the F2 with extended barrel if you were wondering. But yeah, back to this wall thing. Just try to do that. You can even shoot it if you want to see where the bullet lands like that. You don't have to flick super fast either. You can just take your time and get to it at the start if you're just a beginner. But try to just flick it as good as you can. Obviously, my flicks are terrible with this controller right now. I'm sure in a couple days they could be better, but I need to get this video out for you guys today because new season. I think that's pretty much going to be it for this segment of it, how to find your perfect sensitivity. Again, just follow the advice I just gave you on these lines. It could take a little bit. Even if you put in like 30 minutes trying to just do this, I guarantee you're going to come out with a better sensitivity than when you went in originally. So I've just gone into the map now. I usually do this in my settings videos just to show you guys what it looks like in some kind of a game, even if I'm playing bots. You can always watch my full games too. You've seen some shots at the start of the video, I'm sure. I always put those in for you. Show off what the sensitivity actually looks like. Let's go down. If they do ever bring back the... Oh my god. If they do ever bring back the training grounds, by the way, just keeping being flanked. I don't know why there's so many people in this one room. Another one. There's another. These guys are strange. I'm trying to talk here. Being bombarded from the Navy SEALs. There's another one. These guys really want to flank me. Calm down. Oh yeah, keep in mind, this mode's going to be gone if you're watching this now, because they removed terrorist now for some reason, but you can do the same thing, I'm sure, in the new AI mode. I am very interested to play this other AI mode, the 1v5 thing. So you can do it with friends too, obviously, but you can literally just do a 1v5 against actual bots, and they simulate what real players do. Like, I seen them making rotates, putting bandits down and stuff. I think they even try to trick it. Very interesting stuff. I'm excited to see what the new AI mode is and how it plays. See if it's a good warm-up like Training Grounds always was for me. And a lot of other players out there. I'm putting this in the video too because if it ever comes back, then this is usually what I do for my warm-up routine. And again, you can do the same thing in the AI mode too. Okay, last part of the video here, I'm just going to put the bomb down. This is why I like doing the disarm part. Usually I'll just rush in, but this time I wasted all of my ammo, so I decided to get a refill first. And I'll just plant the bomb immediately, and there are going to be so many targets coming at you. It's actually crazy. Still going to be a lot. I believe like there's 20-something that come at you. See if I can win this on this controller. Another thing you can do to find your perfect stance is try to just run around like this. Hello there. Try to run around, doesn't matter where. Do a 360 and try to turn as fast as you can. If you can do this consistently and just be able to hit the turn just like that, then you've mastered your sensitivity pretty much at that point. So just try to be able to do that. Just do any movement like that and see if you can actually pull it off, you know. And that will be a very good sign in finding your sensitivity. Let's go up this back stairway here. Try to get this diffuser down. The third one back there. What in the world? Tell me if you guys are enjoying the season 2. How are your games going so far? Have you played any? I'm not sure if I've played any when this is out. Probably not. Usually I don't play during the day too much. We were just on Night Haven Labs actually for the video yesterday if you guys watched that one. That was a fun game to play. Even if we took that L, I think. So weird trying to crouch with the RB now. I'm still like trying to hit my paddle back there and it's not there at all. Really throws you off. Buzzer beater. So yeah, that's pretty much going to do it for this video. I know it's not a super long one like I usually would do. But I hope this did help you guys out, and I hope you can find the perfect, or not at least a better sensitivity for yourself that can help you get consistent results in your games. Again, if you did enjoy this one or find it helpful, leave a like down there below. It really helps me out. I greatly appreciate all the support I've been getting recently. My channel's been going crazy the last half month now since I've been back uploading. And I just appreciate that a ton, guys. Subscribe if you're new to the channel too. I do try to go for daily uploads. I've been doing a good job recently of that. And hopefully I can keep it up. So if you do like that, make sure you subscribe. I will see you in the next one though. Bye.